Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is in your part of the world. Well, I got a lot going on. Wasn't sure if they're going to be able to do the live tonight, but I guess I'm here. It looks like I got 14 people in here. I'll let a few more people come in before I start explaining everything. Well, hello, Sylvester. Looks like Marianne was here early. Hello, Marianne. Hello, Demoose. Hello, Tony. Hello, Judy. Hello, Sal. Hello, DJ. Um, I remember not having this name quite right before. Let me see. Eliza. Sorry about that. I think I got it this time. Hello, Eliza. And I thought I gave you a ring. But I did now. Hello, Arlene. Hello, Bulldogs. Hello, Lone Wolf. Yeah, Northwood been subscribed to me, and I've been subscribed to him for quite a while now. Looks like you got some stuff, interesting stuff on your channel. Okay, I'll sub to you. Give you a rank. Hello, Gandalf. Yeah, I'll explain that, Judy. Hello, Mason. Stop. They mean lose my place. Yes, you did. Yep, definitely, Mason. I'll be talking about Candy Cane, Rose, and Domino. Hello, Reverend Joe. Hello, Sal. Hello, Anne. That's good, Reverend Joe. Definitely. Um, I actually made this cup of coffee a few hours ago. What was it? Oh, maple sleigh. No problem, Lone Wolf. Yeah, I'll mod everyone that I know for sure is safe. And when you got 1,800 subscribers, I consider that safe. that's going to be coming up as soon as I say hello to everyone, Reverend Joe. Hello, Ray. I think I've seen you before. Nice. I'll subscribe to you and I'll check your channel out. Hello, Emily. Okay, Gandalf. Thanks for letting me know. I know Joanne's not going to be happy. She had more darn problems with her internet. Yeah, I have that countdown every time, Emily. Then if it sends the notifications out, which I know sometimes that doesn't happen, but if it sends the notifications out, that gives everyone 60 seconds to get here before I get started. Yep, I know what you mean there, Reverend Joe. Okay, well, get to the cats now. Well, I noticed Sunday afternoon that something was drastically wrong with Katie Kane. So I took her to the ER. And that's why I had to cancel my live, because I knew I wouldn't be back. Well, it was busy. Everyone was there. Dogs getting hit. There's a dog with a broken leg. I don't know how it broke its leg. There was a dog that had an allergic reaction to something. And someone came in with a cat. I'm not sure what was wrong with the cat, but there was a lot of them ahead of me. So ended up being at the ER. By the time they saw Katie Kane, figured out a treatment plan, and then said she was going to have to be hospitalized, I was there for about 6.5 hours. Her white blood cell count was the highest I've ever had a cat have a white blood cell count. It was, behave, Sylvester. It was almost 40,000. I think it was 39.86. It should be below 17,000. So it was very, very high. Over twice what it should be. She had a fever. And she was just not acting right. She wasn't eating. They didn't know exactly what was wrong with her, just knew it was a bad infection. Well, she spent the night there, and then I had to pick her up the next morning because the ER is only open from 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. And then on the weekends and holidays, they're open 24 hours. So she had to be out there by 7 o'clock Monday morning. So then I took her to South County Animal Hospital. They don't have a staff there on the weekends and night, but they have someone that checks on the animals. So she ended up being there from Monday morning until this afternoon. And she kept improving, but still, her white blood cell count was so high that they had to keep her on IV antibiotics for quite a while. And then today, she was finally well enough that she could come home. We'll get some oral antibiotics. And she also, when she got there Monday morning, they did an ultrasound, and they found that she had some fluid in her uterus, and white blood cell count being that high and having a fever, and that all isn't good stuff. So that's why she ended up having to stay there for a while. But she seems to be doing much better now. Like I was saying, she's on an oral antibiotic now, and she goes back next Wednesday for a follow-up appointment, and she should be fully healed by then. Then also Rose, who I've been having problems with, she had to go to the ER a couple weeks ago. In fact, I think it was 2 weeks ago yesterday. And they sent her home with some medicine. And she seemed to get some better. But then last week, she started going downhill again. So Friday, I took her to a regular vet. And they gave her a higher dose of the same antibiotic that she was on before. And still, she just didn't seem to be getting better. She improved slightly. But we're 5 days into treatment, and she should be better by now, and she wasn't. They weren't able to take her in at a regular vet today because of another emergency I had. They were able to fit that one in, but couldn't fit Rose in. So when I went to pick Candy Cane up, I took Rose along. I got an appointment there so they could check her out and see if she needed to be hospitalized or whatever. Because I figured she needs a stronger antibiotic. As it turns out, and she's got basically the same thing wrong with her that Candy Cane did, but she didn't have the fluid in her uterus. Her white blood cell count is high, but nowhere near as high as Candy Cane's was, and she didn't have a fever. So they told me to continue on the medicine that she was already on, and then gave me a stronger antibiotic to give her also. And she goes back next Wednesday also for follow-up. And hopefully she'll be fully healed by then. And then there's Domino. Well, Domino was pregnant, and I thought she should be having her kittens any day now. She didn't have them. Last night, I was checking her bottom to see if there was any discharge, because that's what happened with Dixie. And she ended up having a real bad infection. Well, I didn't see any discharge, but there had been a liquid that had come out because her hair was all stained. Well, I took a picture of that, took it to the vet's office this morning, and asked him if that was normal. And the receptionist took it back to the vet, had her look at it, and she came out to talk to me. She said, that is not normal. She said, I think this is an emergency. How quick can you get her in here? So it was about a half hour, a little better, before I could come back home, get her, and get her back to the vet's office. And they immediately took her in, did an ultrasound, and said that she had 4 kittens in there, and at least 2 of them were alive. But it was hard to see them because they were so big. They were full-term kittens. Well, she had some blood work done. I forgot what she said about the blood work, but there was something in the blood work that wasn't quite right. And she x-rayed her, and it came down to she was going to need a emergency C-section. So she did that, spayed her, because when they have complications like that, they say it's not safe for them to ever have kittens again. And even if they don't get pregnant, they can still have issues with their uterus. So she's spayed now, and it turns out all 4 kittens were alive. There was one that wasn't quite so sure about, but it seems to be doing a little better. Now it's just a matter of getting Domino to take care of the kittens because of the drugs that they gave her today. She is higher than a kite right now. She's stumbling around, and she'll sit there in a daze. But I'm hoping that wears off very soon so she can take care of her kittens. But right now they're in a heated bed, and they don't seem to be crying like they're hungry. They have eaten. So hopefully everything will be good. Because she should really be a good mother to them. Because when she had Felix last year, she did an excellent job with Felix. So I think everything's going to be okay. And also, both Candy Cane and Rose are going to have to be spayed also. But we're going to wait 4 or 5 weeks on them. Hi, Oreo. So it's been hectic. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do my live tonight because making multiple trips to the vet's office today. And the one of them is an hour away. So I've been on the road a lot today. And then this evening, had a friend come and help supplement feeding the kittens a little bit. Because it took Candy Cane a little bit to get back into it. And of course, Rose isn't feeling the best. So, trying to give them a little supplement. Then I gave them their medicine. And by the time I got all that done, it was between 9:30 and 9:45. And that's when I took the message off saying I wasn't sure about the live tonight and decided I would do it. Hello, Candy Cane. How you doing? So I guess that's the news on all the emergencies. Now if I can just find where I was here. There we go. Hello, Marianne. Hello, Wanda. Yeah, I'm sorry. Normally I don't go that long without checking chat, but I just wanted to get the major update done without getting distracted. Hello, Mickey. That would be perfect. Once I get that, I'm going to get some stickers made up and get some stuff in my bonfire store. Hello, Texas Homegrown Girl. Hope everything's okay with your cat, Marianne. Yeah, they're getting to know me very well at all the vet clinics and hospitals around here. That's good, Sal. I wanted to do a better video on the way down, but I didn't get as much filming done as I wanted to do. Because I'm getting such a late start because the help to load the van didn't materialize that day. Where we should have been on the road late morning, it was late afternoon before we left, and then ended up driving all night. And I didn't get a lot of filming done in the dark. Yep, you definitely need those antibiotics. Candy Cane, there's no way I could have treated her at home because she was so bad. And she wasn't really showing it until Saturday. But as sick as she was, she had to have been sick for a while. And she hit it for me real good. And Rolls, I just knew she just wasn't getting better. She needed something stronger. So hopefully this will do it. Yep, and they seem to be. Yep, Sal should be starting out on an adventure very soon. Hello, Candace. Um, I'm not exactly sure what's going on, and as far as upper respiratory, when they have that, yes, they're just passing that one to the other. But as far as this reproductive stuff, I don't think that's something that they're passing from one to the other. One vet told me that she thinks it's linked to the coronavirus. But the vet that was treating her at the hospital, she said she doesn't think it is. She said it's just something that happens, and that's why she recommends getting the cat spayed. And she says there's just too much stuff to go wrong in the reproductive system. Yes, Wanda, I am. I used to work for a medical transport company. There'd be days I would drive 500-600 miles. And boy, now, if I got to drive 150-200 miles, it kills me. I don't know how I used to do 500-600 miles a day. Yep, exactly, DJ. It has been hectic. I've heard that from so many people. I'll ask about that, Mason. Hello, Ark Wild Man. Yeah, we can take a look around, Sal. We probably can find something. Hello, Tim. You have a good night, Reverend Joe. Hello, Gary. Hello, Quint. Guess I'm at the bottom cat. Hello, Big Matt. I don't know why I kept reading cat off my phone. I just go back to my laptop. Well, that was the major news. Everything else seems to be going okay. I do have some news from the chicken coop. They finally started laying. I haven't gotten a lot of eggs yet. But I got a couple brown ones that are, they're not dark brown, but they're darker than your typical brown egg. So I think that's the Buff Orpingtons, because they start out in the season pretty dark. And I've gotten a couple blue eggs. So obviously those are Easter eggers. And I haven't been out to the coop today, so I don't know what's waiting for me out there now. But hopefully a few more start laying. Because it looks like I know I've got at least two laying. But they don't seem to be laying every day. Yep, add some more to the chat, Gary. You know, we have to have a little party when you get down here, Sal. Well, I don't have any baby chickens. My youngest is, what are they? I think they were hatched in September. So my youngest are about 6 months old. Hello, Panchuco. Well, actually, Sal, I'm going to be buying some chicks at some point. I am going to have some babies soon, but they're not chicks. I don't think I've said yet what they are, so that's going to be a surprise. There sure is, Gary. You can't hit them all. Yes, Emily, you do love commenting. If any of you don't know, you will get no less than a half dozen comments from Emily. But me, on the other hand, you're lucky if you get a little emoji, maybe a waving hand or a thumbs up. Yep, and it's gonna be a surprise. I think a little over a week. I gotta check the incubator to see what day they're on. Hey, Lily. How you doing, Lily? Hello, Jody. Yep, Emily. This is my Siamese. I was hoping for a few Siamese kittens. Ended up having 6, but 5 of those 6 have died, so I've only got one Siamese kitten left. And I was hoping maybe Domino would have some Siamese, but she didn't. All black and white. I was hoping maybe Siamese, maybe all white. Black and white. She got one that is about 90% black. Well, I know Gary is going to like this. I've got 29 cats. Well, Gary, it's been okay here. We've been getting quite a bit of rain. There have been some thunderstorms in the area, but we haven't really had any thunderstorms here to speak of. How you doing, Candy Cane? She's got a bald spot right there. That's where she got shaved to have her blood drawn. So it hasn't been too bad. Temperatures have been in the 60s and getting around 70 during the day. Yep, Emily, 29. I knew you would love that, Gary. And there shouldn't be any more kittens. Because all the males that are old enough to do it are neutered. Next one is going to be Sylvester. He's only 2 months old right now. Now I'll get the boys done before they have a chance of getting the girl pregnant. Then I'm going to start working on getting the girl spayed. Going to start out with Candy Cane and Rose. Because for medical reasons, they need to be done as soon as they're able to. It could be done now, but it's better to wait until after the kittens are weaned, because I'm having issues with Domino with her kittens now. But there's no choice for her. She needs the emergency C-section, so they went ahead and spayed her at the same time. But I'm hoping once that medicine wears off, she'll be back to normal. And then eventually, I'll have all the girls spayed so they don't have problems. I think, let me see. Fluffy, Bandit, Dixie, Domino. Yeah, I've got 4 of the girls spayed now, and they all 4 of them was for medical reasons. And one of them, well, 2 of them, and Fluffy, she wasn't pregnant. She had an issue where she was losing her hair, and the vet thought it might be hormonal. Turns out she had cysts on her ovaries. And I did some research, because the vet told me that's what was going on. I did some research on it, and it's true. And then Bandit, she got pyometra. She wasn't pregnant. Then the other 2, that was complications from pregnancy. And like I was saying, then Rose and Candy Cane are going to have to be done next. And then I'll start working on the other ones. Probably Daisy will be the next one after that, because she's the oldest. And then start working on the younger ones. I knew it, Gary. Oh yeah, Tim. That's a good possibility. When I was coming home from the ER the other night, I saw an animal cross the road right in front of the house. It was the color of a raccoon, but the body looked like it was a cat. Of course, stupid me, I stop, back up, and try to shine my headlights in the field across the road, but it was long gone before I got a chance to do that. So I'm not 100% sure if that was a cat or a raccoon, but it sure looked, except for the color. The color was perfect for a raccoon, but it sure looked like it had the body of a cat. Oh yeah, Gary? I'll go to the shelter tomorrow and I'll adopt another cat. Just so I have 29. We'll get it up to 30. Yeah, Gary, you're easy to please as long as it involves 29. I'm not familiar with that, Tim. I never watched a lot of Benny Hill. Some, but not a lot. The cats love these cat trees. I got one in each corner behind me. They make good use of them. I think I'm gonna have to get another one or two. Got a new member. Thank you, Jody. I appreciate that. Oh yeah. Now you described that, Tim. I do remember that. Okay. At the bottom of the cat again now. Oh, I haven't mentioned the dogs yet. They're quiet tonight for some reason. But they're doing good. I was out there with them a little while ago. Went out give them some water, and check their food. They still had half a dish of food from this morning, so I guess I don't need any more right now. They're getting plenty of food. They're staying not really fat, but they're far from skinny. They're looking good. Much better than they did a year and a half ago when they came here. Hey, Oreo. Come on over, Oreo. You're my big boy, Oreo. Look at the camera. You want to look at the camera? There you go. My biggest cat, my oldest cat. He'll be turned 8 in May. Look at that. Jody said you're a pretty kitty. Yeah. Yeah, he is beautiful. Now I got 2 of his offspring. They got the beautiful long hair just like he does. No, I don't have any with sleep apnea. Quint? Hey, Oreo. No, no claws. Don't do it. That hurts. Turn around, face the other way, Oreo. People want to see your face. Yes, they do. Well, I've got some mixed breed dogs. The vet said the one is a feist, I think it is. And the other 2, they're officially listed as hound mix. The one she said's got some lab in it, and the other got some collie in it. But she said there's probably a lot of different breeds in them. There were just stray dogs came to me. They were starving to death. In fact, the one I don't think had too long left. He was very weak. And he's a big boy now. They've been great dogs as long as I keep them contained. They like to get out. The male, he'll pretty much stay in the yard, but the female, they take right off. And between the three of them, they eliminated all my chickens and all my guineas except one last summer. So I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen again. They're in an electric fence now. And I haven't heard them try in a long time. But they've tried a few times to get through that electric fence, and it doesn't turn out well for them. I think they finally gave up. Yep, he is, Emily. But you know the funny thing is, yep, Wanda, he is huge. He's only 11 pounds. They weighed him at the vet's office, said he's 11 pounds. I couldn't believe he's only 11 pounds. So I came home, got on the scales, held him, and then got on the scales myself. Exactly 11 pounds. I couldn't believe that. I thought he was like 14, 15 pounds. Without stopping to figure it up, I can't even tell you how many black and white cats I have. That's the main color that I have, is black and white. Ugh. Um, I've got, you see, 7 cats that was given to me by 2 different people. And I've got one that was a stray I took in. And all the rest of them I've had since birth. Y'all have to play Wanda's videos too. Hello, Glory. Yes, Emily, I'll agree with that. Wanda is a good person. Okay, let's see what the weather is. Sweetie, leave the curtain alone. Well, it really dropped. 46. It was in the low 60s when I got home. I didn't know it was supposed to drop that much tonight. Not yet, Wanda. Hopefully, the cattle is going to be starting soon. And there's going to be 2 of them. There's going to be the one on the porch, and then I'm going to be doing another one too. Well, I'm getting tired. So I think I might end this. I gotta go check on the kittens, see how everything's going with them. And I'll be going to bed shortly. But thank you for being here, everyone. I appreciate it. And if everything goes good, I'll have another live Sunday at 5:30 Central. Okay, have a good night, everyone.